Play it.
Shawty, what? The dance that you're doing is dumb. How they do where you from? Sticking out your tongue, girl, but you know you're too young. A bunch of girls do it and it should look fun. That's how they do where we from. You know it don't start till 1. That's how they do where they from.
You're listening to the No Big Deal Podcast.
Move fast, make it don't 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 move, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move.
That's your cold trick.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the No Big Deal Podcast. I am K-Neck, 91.
Fail.
David at Bear the Terror.
And I am Matt, a.k.a. V-Shirt.
Brandon at the Cougar Bait.
Justin at Wireless Freak.
My name is Vaughn.
Oh, now you have a shook laugh. Come on, we
And-
took that away from him.
The guardian of masculinity at the real guy.
All right. Well, today we have actually a special podcast. It's the Shookcast because he came up with all of our topics. So bear with us if they're a little shitty, but
Not all of them. I came up with about 2 of them, but
He's already backpedaling.
the 2 that I did pick were probably not going to be towards most of the listeners here. But I think
Okay, so they're awesome for the
But
public.
So yeah, hold on. We gave you an assignment, and we said come up with topics for the podcast.
and it was free reign.
And you came up. We usually have about 5, 6 topics.
Mm-hmm.
You came up with 2, and the 2 topics you came up with are shitty that our audience won't listen to.
You said I could pick anything.
Well, here's the
Damn,
best
you suck
thing.
at this.
Here's the best thing. We missed the last podcast because everyone got sick at the same time. So you had like 3 weeks to come up with 5 topics.
Hey, what are your topics?
And they're meaningful.
What are your 2 that you
The
picked?
2 that I picked were about the new AMD processor. I think that's really interesting.
Okay, next.
So the the next one is how they're requiring passwords for your technology when you cross the border, which is I think I'd bring up some great discussion.
and how's that Tinder stuff going for you? Because with those topics, you are not
You're gonna
laid.
die alone.
You bring that up. You talk to a girl about AMD and she's talking Intel. That's like
Deal
You know what she's
breaker.
thinking when it
Deal
says
breaker
AMD,
right there.
Ass, mouth, and dick. That's what she's thinking about. But AMD, you know what you're thinking about?
I'm thinking about 8 cores and 16 threads.
I don't even know what to say. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard this week.
Well, it allows
And
them
you
to
wonder why he's
simulate.
still a virgin.
Where's your schlong going? Nowhere!
Well, he needs those cores so they can do the VR porn.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
A lot of processing power on that bad boy.
The Oculus puss.
That's actually on
Get
sale.
you to Flavor Town.
Hashtag Oculus Puss.
I'm losing my breath.
The listeners are probably worried you're having a stroke over there.
Oh, that was too
We're worried he's having a stroke.
Oh, my God.
Speaking of puss and stuff, I mean, one of our topics is
Good transition.
butts.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's less than an inch away.
I thought vagina at the backside.
We just skipped over your 2 topics and you just right
That's
right
'cause
into
you guys-
ass.
We voted for those ones to be last
No,
because
yeah, because they suck.
And I like how he said, speaking of butts, it's the pussy. No wonder you're still a virgin. You can't find the hole.
It's close
Wrong
enough.
hole. That's my belly
it's
button.
close enough.
Have you ever watched like
Close enough.
funny videos?
Horseshoes and hand grenades and sex.
God.
There's compilations of accidentally getting in the wrong hole.
What?
Oh.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
That's a real
picture.
thing?
Surprise.
Surprise butt sex.
We know what the GOM is searching tonight.
And it's not spelled S-E-X, it's S-E-C-K-T-S or something. You ever see that? Surprise butt sex meme.
How much porn do you watch? Jesus Christ.
What's the big deal? It's funny.
I don't even. That's probably
hobby,
not. That's
bro.
probably just on regular Google.
Yeah.
No, that's not a nasty.
It's not a porn thing,
No.
it's a meme.
That's a meme.
Oh, okay.
That is
Whenever
safe
there's a
search
picture of someone with a
appropriate.
face. Yeah.
Who's going to be the first to try that one at work?
What?
Searching that.
Him. I'm not stupid. When his computer's unlocked, I'm going to do it.
We did go on a meme kick today, actually.
Did we?
Yeah, with pepper spray.
Oh, yeah.
Pepper, I don't think we'll mention a name, but if you Google "in theory Davis" and pepper spray,
Yeah, the incident.
Oh, yeah. That's a worldwide
That's a
famous
national
incident.
thing,
yeah.
But let's go back to the butts. I'm interested in this topic.
Obviously, no cuts, no butts, no coconuts.
Yeah, so this started with the fact that what you were talking about drugs or something?
You were talking about
Oh, it
Survivor
was
Series.
snooze.
News.
Oh, yeah.
This is
patent
the new
pending.
podcast, the sub podcast. It's like a subreddit of the NBD show of
Is this Black Reddit?
GOM. Are we what?
Isn't there like a Black Reddit? This is like the Black Reddit.
Yeah, this is exactly
There's a Black
like
Twitter.
the Black
It is.
Reddit.
Yeah.
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 And so
But is
he's
there
going
a
to come
Reddit?
up with a new
None
podcast,
of us can go on it.
the Snooze
vouch.
News, where he talks about,
Yeah, snooze.
he reviews Chew.
Yeah.
And I said, well, why don't we take it to the next level? You know, what's the Survivor guy name? What's his name?
Bear Grylls.
Bear
No.
Grylls.
No. Don't put Bear Grylls
Bear
down
Grylls
like that.
he's the survivor.
Bear Grylls is the true BA. Survivor Man's that little dick that spends a
Yeah.
week
He's
in the
Canadian.
woods.
That's his problem.
That's true. He camps more than he actually survives.
He doesn't even camp. He just
Yeah.
sits around.
And just dehydrates
And he
himself.
thinks that
Yeah.
he carries like 40 cameras on his back, and he's like, I'm going to survive a week.
And you know there's a camera crew there. Come on,
sure.
give me a break.
Yeah.
But, okay, so in theory, like, what's his name? Bear Grylls is in the ocean. He has no water. So he survived by putting water in his ass.
Yeah, but how does he drink it? You know what I mean?
So you tell me how you think it works, and then we'll tell you how it
Yeah,
actually works.
no. So you got to shit out your ass. You got to shit the water.
So
out
wait,
your
hold
ass.
on. Let's just start to finish. How
Okay,
does this work?
no, you're in the scenario. You're on a life
Okay,
raft.
so what
you have
you
no
got to
water.
do is you got to kind of lean over on your side. And then, here's what I'm thinking, right? You got to make some room up there. Not just 2 fingers. You better make it 3.
Wait, and are you gonna like suck it up, like
Yeah.
with some kind of weird muscle control?
Yeah, like a reverse shit.
I don't think you can be on
like
your
a drip
side,
system?
dude. I
You're
think
holding
you
like a
gotta
little
be
No, you got to
face
scoop
down.
it in. You got to scoop it in.
You cup your hand and
Cup
get
your
it to
hand.
splash.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You get your water. So it's like a butt funnel. And then so, yeah, I know. And then what you do, like maybe you got a straw or
A
something.
water gun.
Yeah, you got a straw or something. Maybe you could pull it in there.
Or like
but-
a bidet.
'Cause
What do they call
luckily
those
you're-
European
a
toilets?
reverse
bidet.
bidet. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
bidet.
Yeah.
Luckily, you had that super soaker on your carry-on.
Of course.
Yeah, don't leave home without it.
And so, do you take it all the way to the pump?
doubles
You get
as
the
a
whole
penis
barrel
pump.
up to the pump action, and then start squirting. How
Why are
deep
you asking me? I never
I'm
done
just
a butt
trying to see
funnel.
how you would do it.
Oh no! So you
How
know,
deep are you
I
going?
was gonna say, is it one of those things where if you just get below it and once you start it just keeps going?
That's like when you're siphoning gas.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you're
realistic-
siphoning ass.
Realistically, he has no super soaker. How are you gonna get the water in your butthole?
Yeah.
You got to soak it up. You got to pull it into you.
Oh, okay. So you just
Yeah,
you
like you know when you try to stifle a
God,
fart
we need
in a
a
meeting?
video this.
So you like open it up and then cannonball and then close it real quick.
Okay, hold on. Silence. You know when like
You're going to have hemorrhoids after this.
no, but you
You're
know, like,
alive
when-
though.
You know when you're trying to stifle a fart in a meeting and you're just trying to keep
Oh,
it in.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and you kind of push, you pull up into you. That's what you're doing.
So now I know what you've been
I
doing.
think that would make for worse farts.
Just stank. They've been
'Cause
cooking.
You're pulling in a bunch of dank air, and all of a sudden it's just gonna leak.
Yeah.
And he burps and it smells like ass.
Or it's like building up a fake burp.
No, but I'm just saying. Okay, so you do that.
Okay.
So you get enough water.
It's in your ass. How
It's in
long
your
do you
ass.
keep it in your ass?
Bro, I don't know.
Well, that's the next step.
Well,
right?
I'm allowed to desalinate or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I don't know how long that is.
And then you get.
Then you gotta get a cup, and then you gotta push it out.
It's almost like
One
changing
dude,
your oil
one
at that point.
Yeah.
It's like changing your oil.
Instead of pushing out, do you just pull your cheeks apart?
Like I saw
No,
Steve-O
because he's
do
got to
it.
catch it in his hand.
No, he's got a cut.
What's that medical procedure where they clear you
An
out?
enema.
There
Enema.
you go. That's what you
Yeah,
need. You need
Steve
one of
O
those
did
little.
it with a Miller Lite and a butt funnel.
And
There
he
we
probably got
go.
drunk.
Yeah, well, he got fucked up, I think, but he's always fucked up.
See, so this
Yeah,
is the
that's true.
theory.
That's true.
Okay.
So that's my theory. So I think you got to shit it out and then you drink it, which
Oh,
you're
God.
drinking ass water.
But it's clean ass water or
Well,
not salty.
kinda. You're
Not
hoping.
salty ass water.
You're hoping it's
Well,
clean.
it'll still taste salty.
Well, you just desalinized it. By
But
keeping
you've been
it in your butt.
sweating out your ass.
That's true too. That's true too.
So I would feel really bad if your plane went down and this is your knowledge that you had.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you're going to die drinking salty butthole water.
That's not how you do it.
No, he holds the water in his butt.
Yeah.
And then his butt absorbs the water and doesn't
never put it
absorb
in
the
your
salt
mouth.
water.
Where's the fun in that?
Well, you skipped out
I don't
the
think
whole
any of
last
that's supposed
step.
to be fun.
This is survival.
I would rather just hold it in my butt than actually squeeze it out and then have to drink it.
Would
Well,
you? That sounds way
you guys-
harder.
you guys
Wait,
need
what
to learn
sounds way
something.
worse?
Keeping the water in your beehole.
But you got to keep it there anyway, and then you got to
How long
drink it.
can you keep it in there for?
Like I don't know, an hour maybe.
Well,
Oh my! No
Vaughn.
chance. What if you fart?
Vaughn, listen.
Start all over. Start all
What's the worst
over.
thing
Vaughn.
happens? You're in the ocean. You just blow your ass
You don't
out.
understand my powers.
Achoo.
You're like, you guys,
Dude, you just didn't stop by a Wendy's and get a bowl of chili. You ain't got nothing to fart, man.
you guys don't understand my power. You'll respect my anus.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Listeners, no. This is
Yes.
Vaughn. I've never. That's not
So
true.
what's
I'm like
the-
an athlete.
So what's the difference? Would you rather shove tons of water up your ass, or Bear Grylls has done the elephant dung?
Oh,
The
where you-
water out of the elephant dung when he squeezes it is clean.
You always
I
want
do
your
the
own brew.
elephant dunk.
You do
No,
elephant
I'm doing
dung?
my own ass because I know where I've been.
Okay, we've been talking about ass water. What about pee? Bear Grylls peed in the snake skin and then drank his own urine. You can't do it a lot
Yeah.
because
I think this guy has a weird fetish with his own fecal matter and
he teaches you how to live.
or
By
die.
drinking snake
Yeah.
piss?
Or make a ton of money on the internet.
He makes it snake piss.
I'm just saying, would you rather do ass to mouth water?
Oh, hashtag ATM.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag ATM.
Or would you rather just go straight urine, pee to mouth?
What
Or
about, well, no, let's talk about what we're talking here.
PPM.
We're talking
Penis
salt
pee
water
mouth.
from your own ass versus piss from a snake skin. I'm going at
It's
my
your
own
piss
ass.
though.
No.
Yeah.
No chance.
And he turns the snake inside out so you don't get the guts.
There's zero chance anyone else would pick that.
What?
You'd rather drink.
Slamming stuff up your butt as opposed to just drinking pee.
Why do you got to go there?
Because that's a common knowledge thing. The butt's the last one.
I don't think
That's
I
true.
don't think water's the worst thing that Gom's had up his butt. So
Apparently, I know.
It's number 2
No,
for
no,
a
no,
reason.
No. The butt stuff sounds nice, actually. Like, what?
It's not weird to you?
Gom goes to his doctor. So when do I get a colonoscopy? Not
Damn, I got to wait 20 years. Fuck.
Be wearing Depends before you're 30.
Hey, how do you fuck an old lady?
Depends.
It depends.
It depends.
Oh, you got it. You're very quiet, Matt.
I didn't have much to say about the butt shit. I mean,
I know you're inexperienced.
That's more your topic.
But tonight when he's at the home, he's like, Mom, it's water.
It's just water.
So we got asses. Oh, so a good transition. What was that stupid shit that you were saying with the people making noises on YouTube?
ASMR.
Okay, so speaking of that,
What does that stand for?
what is that? Yeah.
autonomous sensory meridian response.
What?
That
Yeah.
sounds
You
official.
just pulled that out of your ass.
Like the dictionary, Meridian Dictionary.
That sounds way too official to be on YouTube.
Oh, so I looked it up. There is a, speaking of asses, there's a sound. This video is kind of hot. This dude is massaging this chick's ass.
It's another dude. I saw it. It was another dude.
Oh, you just
That was
got
ass?
owned.
Yes, it was dude on dude.
No, it wasn't.
Yes.
Absolutely wrong.
How would you know? They're stomach down. You wouldn't know.
I could always tell a female.
Oh God! Send him to
That
Thailand.
is a slippery slope, my
bet?
friend.
You
want to bet?
You have semen inside of you.
Oh,
That-
challenge accepted.
I know.
Oh, you're hooking up with a dude next time we go drinking.
Slippery slope.
Oh yeah.
I can always sense a female.
But
They
he'll be
gravitate
exci-
towards a masculine person such as myself.
He'll be excited, butt stuff. He's like, why is there water? It's like a waterbed in your ass.
This went downhill so quickly.
No, I'm going to drink that later.
No, it's milky ass water.
I guarantee you there's a bar somewhere that services this. Somewhere in the world,
Yeah, the
there's a
Kava
bar.
Ain't it called the Armory?
Surprisingly tame. That was surprisingly tame.
Oh my God.
They didn't call him milk for nothing.
Milk bone.
Too soon?
Jesus.
Oh my God. Oh, that's horrible. But that whole what is ASMR?
Yeah, it's ASMR.
Sounds like a disease.
Yeah.
It actually is almost like what people refer to as almost like not necessarily a cure.
It says, is an experience characterized by a static-like or tingling sensation on the skin.
Oh, it sounds like herpes.
But
Wouldn't know.
there's
I wouldn't
tons
either.
there's tons of
I heard.
different sounds, right? Like what if you like your keys jingling?
This?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's do an
No, it's
ASMR.
light, but you got to do it soft.
All right, this is the official ASMR section of the podcast. Go.
Yeah, check this out.
This is what we call the penis gourd.
Yeah.
Are you
Chub.
fucking kidding me?
I don't know about you guys, but I got some ASMR.
That was calm. I'm calm right now.
Hey, don't worry, ladies. He's permanently like that.
That's because he thinks you're taking him home.
You're half chubbed. That's your excuse.
That should be your handle.
Half
chub. No more
mass.
shook.
Half chub.
Half mass.
So people really watch this though?
They don't watch.
Very, very
they listen.
Well, I was watching it on YouTube. But
It's like when you have waves crashing
Yep.
against the beach when
Or-
you fall asleep.
or white noise.
Yeah.
that's fucking stupid.
Good call, Justin.
I'm sorry, I disagree.
Stupid. It's a cult following on YouTube.
Yeah, so was the Holly's comment, or Holly comment when everybody drank the juice and killed themselves. Doesn't mean it's a good idea.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I'm just saying, if you give me the choice
Yeah.
between keys jingling in the air, or am I going to fall asleep in a hammock next to the ocean?
Yeah.
I'm choosing the hammock next to the ocean.
That's
Nine
true.
times out of
Piss me
10.
off.
That's true.
Those noises make me mad.
Hashtag Malibu Pineapple.
There you go, exactly.
But people, so shook. People really do this. They really.
If you look it up on YouTube, you'll see.
I looked it up, and the first thing I
videos
got was an
of
ass.
Millions of.
That's because you put ASMR ass out.
How much money are these people making?
a living.
Dude, they're freaking creepy.
They're making a
Wait,
massive.
are they
going
to take over EDM DJs?
No, that would be
They're
the
just
worst
as
concert
talented.
ever.
you bumped your head.
They're just as talented.
Bumped your head.
But they make
All they do
enough
is
money
press the
where
CD play.
Nope.
the Shook Knight's going to make a reptile keptile ASMR video, I think, soon.
Yeah, I actually have a YouTube.
So wait, it's going to be a reptile keptile video with no reptiles in it.
No,
No,
it'll
they'll
be
have a snake
fish.
skin.
They're like the lizards of the sea.
Lizards of the sea.
The other white meat.
It has a snake skin with a bunch of piss in it, and he shakes it.
Oh God.
It makes it a snake piss gourd.
I call it a rain stick.
It's yellow rain. Too soon.
That's your boy.
What, Prince?
Yeah.
How is he my boy?
Minnesota purple sweatshirt. Doesn't get any more Prince than that right there.
He did get a lot of poon.
No, that's not what I said. Did you miss everything
That's
I
how
just
I took
said?
it. That's how I took
Okay.
it. No, that's how I did it.
Probably took in the butt a bunch, too.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think Prince was definitely a man's man.
I think he was bisexual.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
That's why he had his symbol was like a male-female symbol, right?
Yeah.
Is that true?
One of
Yes.
one.
What?
No.
And you know he was a huge Viking fan. Huge.
Moving on.
You do know that.
He took that horn like a man.
Anyway, back to this ASMR shit. It sounds like God. It's just I saw the video. It just looks stupid. Like the chicks are kind of hot, but they're creepy because they're whispering.
It's not about the visuals. It's more about the sound.
Then why watch it on YouTube?
Because that's where they post them.
Yeah.
They're not going to put it
people-
on SoundCloud like we do. They're not professionals.
You know,
like
they should
we
just
are.
have like a blank screen with that sound. I don't think they'd get a million hits.
Or
honest.
what they do is like Vine videos or EDM videos. They always put a sexy hot chick as the cover art. You click on it and you never see that chick in the entire video.
Fact.
But you're like, oh, that chick's so hot. Let me click on it.
They call that
Sabotage.
clickbait in the YouTube community. It's very popular right now.
Clickbait.
Yep, clickbait.
You need to start putting some of those clickbaits on your stuff.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
Nobody's
Works.
getting clicking your stuff now.
Oh, please.
Hey, let me look at this. Look at my goldfish. It's really cool.
It's actually a clownfish saltwater, very different.
Oh, my
Much
mistake.
harder to keep.
My mistake.
So you have
I call him
Nemo,
Nemo.
in your tank.
So it's a more expensive waste of money and waste of time.
No, it looks.
But wait, he can practice shoving salt water up his ass.
That's true.
Oh,
we
how
can
you
test
fil-
this theory.
Is that how you filter your tank?
Dude, because what's the salinity of the salt water you need to put in your butt?
0.25.
Boom.
Did you just pull that out of your ass?
No.
We could test this theory.
I think we Gom.
What?
You have the little funnel to clean your tank, right? How you
I'm
drain
not
the water?
doing a butt
Oh,
funnel.
Yeah,
You're
I
doing a
got
butt funnel.
Absolutely
You
not.
seem the most accepting out of all of us.
You're the only one that chose that option.
No, I choose a butt.
I talk a big
I got-
game, but
I got a
I.
couple different gauges too.
We can work up.
When the
You
rubber
need to
comes
start
to
off
the
with a big
butthole.
one.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can baby step you up.
But wait, you don't even need that because he'll just.
Right up.
Well, this is just physics. You know, just physics, boys.
Science, bro.
Yeah, why don't you volunteer? You thought of it. You got a sick
Fucking
mind.
that.
What's wrong with you?
What? I'll provide the salt water for you.
And the funnel.
Yeah, the funnel.
Dude, the
salt
fish will
water.
probably die if he sticks his ass in the tank.
Ew, no, you don't do that.
I'm getting your tank. Hey, it's coming right from me back in the tank.
If you wanted a billion views,
Right from you into your mouth.
It's like Beer Fest when he's in the beer tank and he's just swallowing the beer all the way down.
Beer fest.
Yep.
Throw off my pH in there, dude.
Cool.
yeah.
Cool story, bro. Okay, moving on.
See, I thought we were going to go from the Bear Grylls being frontman poser to Dave Ramsey being a frontman poser.
The real reason
I
Shook
thought
came
that
up with
was the
shitty
transition.
topics.
Yes.
That's the real reason.
But just a shout out to Bear Grylls. You're not a poser.
Bear Grylls, mad respect. I can't say the next thing about the same guy. This guy coming.
They're just special forces.
I don't think
Not
it's fair
Dave Ramsey.
for us to bring this up because it's like the whole table against one person here. Really.
Well, that's because you
There's
have
one guy that's going to stick water up his ass.
Hey, I will bow out of this because I have no horse in this race. I don't know Guy Johnson.
Why don't you start from the
What,
beginning?
who is Dave Ramsey?
Yeah.
So Dave Ramsey's
Person who loves him. Who is Dave Ramsey?
So if you don't know Dave Ramsey, he has his own radio show where he gives financial advice. Not to be mistaken with a financial advisor, who is someone you pay. He's just someone you can listen to.
Oh, you read my article I sent you? Okay, good.
No, I did read it actually, but I've read a couple of his books. I went to
Hold on, did you read or did you purchase these books?
they were actually purchased for me.
Oh,
This guy's a reader right here. He's a reader.
But I did go to a seminar last
words
week,
and everything.
which was at a church. It was a terrible idea. The traffic was just really messed up.
Shocking.
It was
So you
awful.
took work off
What?
to learn about
No,
how
no.
to make money.
No,
Was it a
was at
big
night.
church?
no. That's
money to make money.
That's the thing. Dave Ramsey will not teach you how to make money. He's not a financial advisor. He's
Oh,
not.
yeah, we haven't got there yet.
What is he?
He
My
tells
fault.
you how to his big thing is getting you out of debt.
I'm sure you're in lots of debt, right?
We'll let you finish.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
Well, I mean that's pretty much everything. He's tells you how to manage your money.
So how did this guy get his expertise? He
Um,
has a degree in economics.
A degree in debt?
No, he was in real estate for a while and he went bankrupt and he.
Let's go back to that.
Okay.
So he goes bankrupt.
He went
Why?
BK.
There's a giant fucking unicycle. Whoa! I'm not fucking kidding.
We are not professional.
And he's in a flannel.
Jeez. Are you in fucking Portland right now?
Squirrel. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that had to be seen. I mean, that was amazing. The guy was the
right
biggest
out the
dork
window.
I ever saw in my life.
Probably rocking the AMD
The
processor.
second biggest dork I ever saw in my life besides the Shook here. Go ahead with your Dave Ramsey.
You were saying.
Yeah, he went bankrupt.
Why did he go bankrupt?
He made a poor decision in investing in.
And
real
why
estate.
did he do that?
Wait.
Did he have some kind of substance abuse problem?
No, wait. He said poor decision investing in real estate.
Yeah.
The only other person I've ever heard who had poor decision investing in real estate would be our current president.
The banks.
Well,
that's
that was
true.
a
So
scandal
what's
on the
your-
bank
What's
side.
your guys' point here? You trying
No,
to
no,
make
no.
him act like he doesn't know what he's talking about or something?
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's exactly my point.
He snafu'd you.
Yeah, you got bamboozled.
How much money did you pay to go see him?
I think it was like $20.
And what did you learn?
Well, I've already read the book, so it was
Okay. So what did you learn?
And he,
What great ideas came out?
the big thing is just going over, getting all your debts cleared and saving.
So common sense.
Wait,
Hold on. So I googled Dave Ramsey failure. First thing that pops up: failure is not permanent. So if this guy's so good, then he wouldn't be talking about failure.
I gotta stick up for Shook here a little bit.
Oh, I thought you didn't have a.
I don't, but
Horse.
you guys are just bagging on the poor kid here.
It's not him.
He's trying to do something better. If he takes just a couple little things from this guy and puts it in his repertoire and makes it right for him, that's great. I mean, Dave
Absolutely.
Ramsey's doing the same thing. He says he took everything from everybody else, right? And he found something that worked.
So
Yeah.
Dave Ramsey's all about managing your finances and keeping yourself debt free or getting yourself out of debt. And so you, who have no finances and no debt, what did you gain from this man?
Well, look,
He took $20 from you, didn't he?
look, I'm a young buck.
But you have no debt.
You're $20 in debt going to see
You're
him.
doing something right already.
it's
You don't
gonna-
need Dave Ramsey.
Well,
But it's
I,
going to keep me out of debt.
I have another thing. Is not one of his morals or code of conduct to pay for cash and everything?
Yeah, it's one of the. If you don't have the cash,
So in
down
today's
by-
age, that's a problem.
yeah, what
And
a fool.
Any Jew would say, "Cash is king."
The Bear's
But-
Jewish, just to
Yeah,
cover our
yeah,
bases.
just-
He's allowed to make comments.
But it's important to put that on your credit card first, and then just pay it right off. So you get the points. 1, 2, you build credit.
Burn.
So if you just pay cash directly,
You get nothing.
Yeah, you get nothing.
Get a
That's
big
what I
fat.
do.
But see, I literally have paid for 2 trips for the whole fam off credit card
Well, not
points
only-
and paying 0 interest on
Not
that.
only that, but we live in a day and age where you're always judged by your credit score.
100% true.
And with tap to pay payments becoming more popular, you're going to have to use some sort of
Yeah.
debit card or
Absolutely.
Merchant
credit
teller.
card to do
And
it.
what happens if later in life, because you've paid for cash, they charge you $1.25 for that piece of gum, but they charge us $1 because they know we have good credit? That could happen.
But if you're responsible from the get-go, you're like 5,000 times ahead of everybody else. Because
This is true.
That's fact.
I was in debt. I think everyone at this table has been in debt at some point,
Except for the one guy who goes and follows the guy who tells him not to get in debt.
which is good. Maybe
Doesn't
reinforces
need
it.
the guy.
Now, we're not ganging up on you personally. We just don't like this that you got taken by this dude.
Yeah, I'm sticking up for Dave, but I don't follow everything he says. Like I use a credit card. Like I do the same thing. I pay it off when the statement comes in.
What if
you get the point?
What if you go back to him and say, "Hey, I'm just like $20 in debt. Can I get that 20 back that you gave me?"
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
we'll see how good of a
So
guy
be like,
he
what are
is.
you doing here if you couldn't
Dude,
afford to come to
I'm
my
trying to get some
I
knowledge.
gave you
Yeah.
$20.
That's a
So you're
double-edged
ready-
sword right there
Yeah.
you just brought up. Because if you are going to him to get out of debt, you just went into more debt paying to see him
Thank
talk.
you.
Right, but that was something that was an option to go to. He has a free. Everything that he offers is free.
Hey,
like
I'll
his
tell you
radio
too.
show
It's
and
called
That's
common
cool.
sense. I'll only charge you $5. That way you save 15. You're out of debt. I saved
But-
you money.
But in our society, it's more like they want you to use credit. It's
Of course
like
you do.
A common sense, but most people.
Okay,
most
That's
Americans in
that's
debt.
true. That's true.
Okay, yeah, okay. So you,
It's not so common, really.
yeah, it is.
That
It's
most
simple.
of Americans
Don't
in debt.
spend money you don't have.
Right.
I just looked up his basic math statistics.
It's stupid.
Check this out. Dave Ramsey believes that if you start at the age of 25,
Okay.
and if you put $100 a month away, you'll have a 12% growth. That would put $1.1
Wrong.
million in retirement.
Good luck getting that 12%.
By what time?
Wait, you can
They
get
say it's
12%
almost.
return.
They say it's
Yeah.
almost
Not
good.
every year for 30, 40
The
years.
S&P 500
On
has.
average.
And
Warren
what happens
Buffett
when
has
the
done a
market
20%
crashes?
return.
Tell that to my grandparents. They lost a shitload.
Warren
of money.
Buffett's maintained a 20% return.
He's not Warren Buffett.
I'm just saying, you can't say it's not possible.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to
Goldman
save this
Sachs.
man.
So New York Times analyst proved that over a 20-year median rate, the return between 1920 and present day is only 4.1%.
Weird.
That's on what? Just a savings account?
No.
No, that's just.
What's the S&P 500's return from that same time?
Well, his thing isn't just put all your money in SN.
I'm just saying. You're saying it's not possible to get a 10 or 12% return. And
Yeah,
I'm
but it's
saying
high,
it
it's high
absolutely is.
risk.
I'm just
But
saying it's possible.
be
You can't
prepared
say
to
it's
lose
not
your money.
possible.
Be prepared to lose your money. That's all I'm saying.
I could
You're not
list
losing.
off.
You're not losing money if you put $100 away or $100 every month.
Sure you
You
can.
might not have $1 million, but you might have 200,000.
No, you won't
That's
lose
not
money
losing
putting money away for that.
No, especially
No, I'm talking about, okay, so when I did mine, there's been months where I've lost money.
you're sticking
You
it in
gotta
the
write it
market.
I'm sticking it
Yeah,
at
he's put it in a
457.
money market.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's two different topics going on here. If you just stick it in a money market CD, a bond,
I'm
your
talking
grandpa
at
does
457
bonds,
or
right?
whatever.
Well, I just looked it up.
I know this is riveting for the
His-
audience, but
Dave Ramsey's theory is only do all stock portfolios.
that's a
Really?
horrible
Yeah.
idea.
That seems a
I
little
just looked it
aggressive
up.
for this dude.
All
actually.
stock portfolios.
Yeah, he
is
just have
one of
pretty
his biggest
aggressive
failures. Is what the other experts in the field
Weird.
say is one of his biggest.
No,
failures.
you should
Weird.
always diversify
Yeah.
your investments.
I know our audience loves this, but we're just
No.
trying to teach young Neil a
So
lesson.
this, how old is that? Because when I went to a seminar, he did talk about like I'm
sure he
wanna
did.
diversify what you invest.
So he
in.
talked
Yeah.
about his failures.
How old?
But you can
How
diversify
old
your
is
stock
he?
portfolio.
I do.
He's probably in his.
I mean,
not touch a 401k or
late
not
50s?
do a.
Yeah,
Questionable
It's
age.
But diversifying would be to have stocks would also have to be bonds.
No,
GCD.
no.
You can, yes.
That's not stocks.
what
Bonds aren't stocks.
I know, but diversifying your
Portfolio
is
that's
bonds
not-
and
you can diversify your stock.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
portfolio
you can.
without enabling the risk.
yeah, but it's not diversifying your entire investment.
Good.
So back to Dave
You
Ramsey.
could do like minerals, right? A mineral company, and you could also have a tech
What the
company.
fuck are you
could have an
talking
energy
about?
company.
He's diversifying
and
his
diversified
stocks.
my portfolio, my
Do you-
stock portfolio.
So Shook, do
You
you
don't
have a
invest only in
portfolio?
technology.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
21 is when you want to open them up. Because you
Okay.
actually can't invest as much unless you turn 21.
Well, I started with mine when I
Says
was
who?
19.
I've never heard of a
Yeah.
limit on
I was
No,
never-
young.
I'd
I
have to have
started.
someone co-sign for one.
No, you
I
don't.
don't think that's true.
Absolutely not. I had
No,
mine when I
that
was
actually
19.
might be true.
No,
I had a
mine when I was
401k
19.
and 20.
19.
Well, didn't you say Roth?
No, you can open one, but they won't. There's like certain investments they won't let you do.
I'm looking it up.
Okay. Well, anyway, what the point of this is we're trying to say is that this dude has. I agree with some of his savings stuff, like save money, but his investment shit is ridiculously stupid.
But that's the thing. He's not an investment guy, and that's what my thing to him is. You're going to this man like he's an investment
He's
guy.
not a guru.
And he's a guy to tell people who have accrued $500,000 in debt how to get out of debt. That's not you. You already got one step in
Yeah.
the right direction.
Yeah, you're good.
No debt, no income, but no
Yeah.
debt.
Wait till you get married, then you're screwed.
Here's I like Justin said. I follow follow him, but I pick and choose certain things. Like I don't follow him word for word. Like,
Well, that's not how I remember. We've been arguing with this for a couple weeks now. What did? Let's tell everyone what you did on the weekend.
oh, well, yeah. I had,
Okay, hold on. Let me preface this. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you ever want to know what being a virgin and being bored and lonely, this is exactly what this is. So my coworker and I were arguing with young Shook here because Shook was quoting this bald-headed weirdo.
Shout out General George.
Yeah, was saying that like, I'm going to get 12%. I'll be a millionaire, and I go wrong, not going to happen. And he goes, so he gets upset. We thought it was over. We went home. I guess on Saturday, what did you do?
I had to make a spreadsheet to
Okay.
show you guys the math.
From scratch?
Yep.
And you didn't know how to make it, right? So you had to learn?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
that was a good learning opportunity.
Good learning opportunity.
Excel.
So you made an
Formulas.
Excel spreadsheet. You mapped out my career for me.
That was mine.
Oh, well, that's good luck with that one.
Okay, that's besides the point.
Anyway, so
Are we gonna get to the end anytime?
no,
soon or what?
so I come into work on Monday, and young Shook here goes, "Hey, I got something for you." I immediately open up the email and I ignore it because I thought it was something stupid.
You opened it and ignored it?
Yeah,
At
and
the same
so-
time?
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't reply.
True lead, ladies
so-
and gentlemen.
Hashtag inbox 0.
Yeah. So you know what he does? He comes in and he thinks like he got me. He thought he was going to get me, right? So he goes, "Hey, you see that email?" I go, "No." And the look on his face of pure like disappointment and anger was just classic.
But did you open the Excel spreadsheet?
Yeah, it was stupid.
It's spot on. I'm gonna give him. It's a good spreadsheet
No,
he made. It's
He
really
nerded
good.
out on a Saturday, 10 a.m.
Hey,
in his pajamas in his mom's
Excel
house.
gurus are, you're talking to someone who knows probably the smartest person with Excel I know. If you
At
can
least at
master
this table.
Yeah, okay, true.
Well, you're at your own table.
But what I'm trying to say is it's really sad that we got him so upset about his hero over the weekend.
No.
He spent his Saturday making
no,
his
but he had to
spreadsheet.
do this anyways. I mean, eventually
he
you got to
didn't.
track this kind of stuff out
Absolutely
anyways.
not.
Yeah.
Oh, sure you were. You admitted to me you were mad and you had to show me.
So-
I had to make-
Now
Let's get so what was the spreadsheet? How'd it look? Break it down
looked
for us.
good.
It was really good because he actually had like his future laid out, like how he wants it accordingly to go. He had it all the way from assistant level injury all the way to staying at that for like 4 years, and promotions going on to justify his contribution rates per year.
Nice.
And he thinks he's contributing 10% of his income pre-tax.
That's
Again,
easy.
That's
Easy.
He
easy.
has no debt. He has
It's
no
easy. Dude,
expenses.
if you don't have debt,
he can do
10% is
90%.
easy.
Yeah, but are you going to die alone? Is that how it's going to be?
Is that a rhetorical question? Because you know the answer to
That's
that.
true. Oh, you know what? I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen. He can do it.
As long as I
If
keep
you
my
can
wallet.
dream it, you can do
If
it.
he did 10% now, he would have over $1 billion.
Truth be
time
told,
to
if he
retire.
started 10% now and stopped when he was 30, he would still be better off than if you started when you were 30 and went till you were 50.
Wrong.
and putting
Absolutely
in,
true.
100%
and
back.
putting in $800 a month. Like you put in 20% of your pay and you're 40 years old,
You're still not.
he's
going to
beat
him.
you every
Oh,
day.
'cause of the
compound.
The compounding of the
The fact
interest.
he's starting so young.
Oh, that's what you were trying to
No,
explain?
it's what it-
Was
but
that
you
was
guys-
that what it
God,
was?
this is such a horrible topic.
Yeah, let's
though.
move on.
This is horrible.
But it
No, I told you that if we brought the Dave Ramsey, it would get. It would just go.
Let's
too
go back to
far.
ass.
Well, I'm the
Yeah.
Jew, and I'm probably the only one at the table that doesn't have a retirement plan. So
Yes, and we're
what's
telling
wrong
you to
with you?
at least
Yeah.
put $20 a month.
I also might have a house paid off in 10 years.
That's
True.
Only
but
person
you
who
should
will own
still-
his house.
It's because you get gold coins every holiday.
They're shekels. They're chocolate, but yeah, they're gold.
Those are priceless.
You get shekels.
You guys don't save your gold coins?
He's also got a tree in Israel, so we're good.
Please. It's our land hose.
Speaking of Hebrew,
Oh,
no, just kidding.
What's the next topic there, Shek?
So we can go over one of my topics. One
Yeah, talk into the mic,
No,
please.
we don't need any more lame topic.
Let's talk about Guy Fieri.
Thank you. That's
Yeah.
what I was
Oh,
going.
yeah,
Guy
yeah,
Fieri.
Guy Fieri, yeah, that's a good one.
That was
Well,
killer
yeah, I mean,
segue.
you're gonna
I'm
have
pretty sure
tri-
he's Jewish, right?
Guy?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah, he has a bunch of money, right?
That's
A bunch
true.
of jewelry on him.
Yeah.
bedazzled.
A lot of bling.
That's nice. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. And he's got triple G, triple D.
Yeah,
I mean,
D-bag.
that's nearly like 7 candles around the menorah.
yeah, pretty close.
Yeah.
Too bad it's 8.
I think
This
8
further
crazy
away,
nights is all you
it's
got to think
still-
about.
Oh, okay.
Easy, right? You'll never forget now.
I've never wanted to forget that movie more.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
I think Bear should read this because I've read it and I want to see your reaction as you read it. Okay. But you have to read it in the voice of Guy Fieri.
Well, I'm going to have to do my normal voice because I'm not that great of a reader.
I still want an accent, but I'm worried about your reading skills.
You got to start pumped up.
What are we reading? What is
You're
it?
Coom lately?
Yeah.
Come lightly.
There's no way I'm going to do an accent. I don't really have an accent.
He's American.
Or
he doesn't have
I
an
can
accent.
talk real slow in the
No,
beginning.
don't talk like that.
And speed up at the end.
Brock?
Okay. Yeah.
Just read it.
Okay.
So wait, what are we reading? So people know what we're reading.
This
That's not a bad accent. No. If you do Guy's thing in that accent,
No, I don't want to hear the whole thing like
I
that.
know.
speak of Flavortown?
Okay, you're
do
being
is you know
turned
the
off
place.
right now. I'm turning you off.
Okay. Okay.
You didn't
This
know
is
this
pretty
thing,
Okay,
bro?
so to premise this, he was interviewed, and one of the interviewers were like, what is Flavortown? And he goes into a very in-depth...
Isn't there a song? Won't you take me to Flavortown?
Like
Yeah.
Tally? Go ahead.
I really... Just listen to what he had to say. It's pretty insightful.
And we all know who he is, so, I mean, there's no more
Yeah,
preface that you need
shitty
than
restaurants.
that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, his restaurant's crap.
Flavortown quote. You speak of Flavortown? What do you know of the place? He'll whisper in his gruff voice, only to continue before Guy has a chance to answer. Because I've seen it with my own 2 eyes, back when I was just a lad. I was traveling with my uncle, a good man. He was, even
Boy,
if a
molested
bit
me.
inclined toward heart-healthy menu items at times.
Idiot.
I was sleeping in
Pussy.
the passenger seat when he nudged me to wake me up.
Oh, I was right about the molestation thing.
I don't know how long I've been out.
Sounds like Ruby. Hey, this is Law and Order. I saw this episode already.
Dun 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 dun.
Hold on.
Torpedoes away.
All I knew was that we were somewhere between Little Rock and Las
ecstasy.
Vegas.
That is a huge gap. I'm telling you right there.
Little Rock in Vegas.
Hold on.
It's only like 2,000 miles.
Entire state of Texas.
And the sun was setting. He motioned off to his left and smiled. My eyes grew large.
Oh, something else grew.
There it was in all its glory. Often,
A huge hog.
Glory hole.
okay.
Are you sure you got him the right story?
Oh, wait,
is like
sorry. This is my
Penthouse
gay fan fiction. I'm sorry.
Penthouse Forum.
The 3 big bears.
There it was in all its glory, off in the distance, rising from the flat, barren earth like an oasis. Flavortown. I could smell the sweet odor of cheeseburgers on the flat top as we drove by, even though the windows were rolled up. Hell, I can still smell it today.
Hey, what he forgets to say, that was just a fart.
Something like that would change a man. I spent 60 years wandering that stretch of land trying to find it again. Oh, God. One time I thought I found it, but it turned out I was just drunkenly stumbled into a Carl's Jr.
Whoa, we got a Carl Jr. fan here.
Flavortown.
Carl Jr. and Flavortown are one and the same?
A-hole.
You get bad service.
But why didn't you? But why didn't you just ask your uncle where it was? Guy will interject, his eyes wide with wonder. Ask? You think I didn't ask? I asked the old man every time I saw him, from the next morning until the day passed. He never told me. He just
next day.
From a heart attack.
he'd just get a twinkle in
Or
his eye,
ketamine overdose.
and the left side of his mouth would curl into a
Fuck
knowing
yeah.
little half smile, and he'd say, "You don't find Flavortown. Flavortime finds you."
Oh, wow.
Don't
This
you
is
tell
like a
nobody
fairy
about me
tale.
coming in here at night.
The bastard. I hated him
You know
then,
what,
and I
Dad?
hate him now. I finally gave up looking 2 years ago, after I lost everything trying to find it. Wife, house, job, sanity. It ruined me.
You see your future, Shook?
Be careful, my young friend, for your journey is long and cursed. Take it from a broken soul who knows.
Jesus.
That got morose.
Yeah, it's like the Brothers Grimm right there, right?
What the? He wrote this?
He said this in an interview because he believes that Flavortown's a real place.
It probably was Carl's
What's wrong
Jr.
with this guy? Yeah.
That's
Probably.
Hardy's had him confused.
Yeah. He went to In-N-Out when he was high. That's what happened. He just,
bad.
Yeah. So and he believes there's like a mayor of Flavortown, and like
What?
kids do Brodies in the parking lot, which really pisses him off.
Are you serious?
But he's
Yeah.
never been there except once.
Uncle was probably smoking some fucking joints.
Yeah,
Some
high quality shit.
And he was
Loose
sleeping.
tea lettuce.
Yeah.
Loose leaf tea.
There we
he
go.
was smoking the devil's lettuce, is what he was
He
doing.
could have had some peyote in Little Rock, and then woke up in Arizona.
You have to eat that, right? You have to eat
Yeah.
peyote.
And
See?
then throw it up. If you just eat it, it doesn't work.
Thanks.
Between Vegas and Little Rock, it's like half of the nation.
That
They're on
sounds
their way
like-
to a teepee.
That sounds like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That's where he got this from.
It is Fear and Loathing. Yeah.
Good.
So
he wrote. So this was an interview excerpt of Guy Fieri.
yeah, he's
No
down
wonder
for
his restaurants
Flavortown.
suck.
Who was he giving this interview to?
I don't know.
Penthouse?
I don't have
Playboy?
the details.
Hold on. There's an app
Playboy.
for a guy called Flavortown. It only has 2 stars.
Weird.
I'm
So
amazed
does
it has that.
restaurants.
Oh.
I bet you it's like one of those where you have to build like a town and make
He was at
hamburgers.
Safetyville.
Well, Cake was there for their music video.
Dude, that's just bad. I mean,
It's crazy.
That's ridiculous. That dude, it's all fake. His hair, all he does is eat the food. I've seen him. He eats the food. He moans like he's having an
He's a
orgasm.
great eater, though. He's
I'm-
a great eater.
I would be tempted
Elbows out.
if we ever get our little
go to
420
power stance.
podcast. We should invite Guy over. I mean,
Oh god.
I'm sure he'll
how
show up.
great of a story! I mean, you get this man ripped, roaring, and ready. He could tell us a story.
He's just coked out. That's what he's doing.
Flavor Town.
Shit, that sounds like my Friday nights. You know what I'm saying?
oh God!
Jesus.
too bad you
Is
never
that-
found it again.
I was gonna say, is that after you get the water out? Or before you get the
Why
water
you gotta
out?
bust out the strawberry syrup and you're good to go.
Oh.
Chocolate strawberry water.
Okay.
What was that?
Next topic.
What's the next one there, Shook?
I guess the Guy Fieri thing was like.
I guess I'm not watching Triple G anymore.
You're gonna watch it in a different way. That's for sure.
I don't think we talked about peeing in the pool yet.
Oh, this is mine. So I read
More science, people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was kind of weird, and it goes back to you guys because some of the guys around the table like to drink diet sodas,
Yep, absolutely.
And
And-
pee in the pool.
Yeah.
and
there's nothing wrong with
so
that.
this college in Canada decided to determine how much urine is actually in a pool because there's no way. How do you tell?
Yeah.
So what they decided to do was find a chemical compound that everybody probably has in their system,
Yeah.
and look for that in the pool and figure out how much of that is. And what it was the fake sugar.
Aspartame.
Wait.
There you
But
go.
how,
The
how
good
many
stuff.
kids drink diet sodas? Probably not that many.
No, aspartame's in everything.
Everything.
It's in everything now.
Oh,
And
okay.
so
okay.
because it's in
Advil,
everything,
it's in everything.
Exactly. You can get it. They use that to gauge it, and it turns out there's a shit ton of piss in the pool. I am not swimming in pools
What
anymore.
does the chlorine do then? Apparently nothing.
Well, you know why
Okay,
you're.
piss in your face. Piss in your face. Does it matter if it's clean piss or dirty piss? It's still hitting you in your face right
That's
Yeah,
here.
but I thought the
Here.
chlorine kills it. It kills the
So hold
the
on.
P gene.
This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pee in
Yeah.
a cup. We're gonna split in some chlorine in it, and then you're gonna drink it.
No, because
Oh.
I'm drinking chlorine. You don't drink pool water,
It
you
hits you in
fool.
your face. It gets in your mouth. And you spit it out.
No, you're not drinking it.
Okay, over here. I'm gonna piss in a cup. We'll
All
add
right.
some chlorine. You splish it around your mouth, and then
But no, you gotta
Why
add
would you
thousands
do
of
that
gallons
in
of
the
water.
pool?
to
Why
dilute
are
it.
you
still
doing
water
that
in
in
your
the
mouth,
pool?
But you gotta dilute it. It's just not pure
Don't
urine in
open
your
your
mouth.
Okay,
mouth
fine.
when you swim.
We'll give you a 50-50 cut.
No.
We'll give you a 50-50
okay,
cut.
I'll tell you what. Here's a tip: when you go swimming next time, close your mouth.
You still get
Now
water
it's
in your
better.
mouth.
No, you
You're gonna
don't.
you get no water in your mouth when you go swimming.
I don't.
I don't swim.
Okay, so do you guys
I
think?
too much piss in the
Wait,
pool.
hold on.
So-
I got this guy knows how to swim.
I know how to swim.
Not you.
Do you open your mouth, Ken?
Yeah.
Do you get any water in your mouth
on.
when you swim?
It has happened.
Yeah, it happened.
So you got someone's piss in your
Okay,
mouth.
there you go.
Worse than you drinking your own shit water.
It has
rather-
not happened.
I would
okay?
drink pool water over Gom's shit water any day of the week.
I will drain a
hope so.
pool full of piss before I drink
Chock
shit
full
water.
of nuts. Chock full
So
of piss.
just so you know, the percentage is way less than 1%
Yeah,
of piss water.
that's nothing.
I just looked it up. The statistics. It would be this. They did 830,000 liters
Yep.
of water they tested, and only 75 liters had urine.
That's
So
still
that's
75
point-
liters. You're filling 75 liters of soda.
But that's 0.0009036% of water had urine.
Do they
in
give
it.
that's
parts
still a
per
lot
billion?
of piss in a pool.
That's not even
I
close
don't
to
care. It's
1%.
diluted.
I
It's
don't
diluted
think,
down.
I don't
It's
think
still
that
a
is
lot
a
of-
lot.
I don't think it's a lot either.
He
There's-
just
Yeah.
said it was 800 and some
Okay,
billion
let's say you go in the
gallons.
ocean, or you go in a lake, or you go in a
830,000
river. How many parts per million of fucking fish crap are you eating?
Dog
crap-
shit
crap-
and all that.
Human shit.
Crap in a
But
fish stays inside.
You're literally taking a pool
Human
and filling up
poop.
75 liters of soda with piss. Now, granted, it's
How
still in a
much is it-
pool.
how
It's
many-
still 75 liters of piss in front of
I
you.
still think it's cleaner than any public waterway you could go to.
This
Yeah.
really bothers
Hey,
you,
Bear,
doesn't it?
Bear, how many
Sorry,
liters
as
are
a
in an average
swimmer,
pool?
I spent a lot of time in a pool, and that's a lot of piss.
That
just-
sounds like a lot.
I
of,
pissed in the pool,
that
so it
sounds
doesn't
like
bother me.
Oh,
I
you're a
figured-
culprit. You're a culprit.
You know, what does it matter?
Why
right?
not? You're there.
This
Yeah.
will be it right here. This is it. How many liters are in a pool?
I don't
It's
know.
gonna
I
take me
don't
a
have a
second.
pool.
It's gonna take me a second here.
I would think it's less than 800,000.
Liters?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that means you're just gonna.
But you just said there'd be 75 liters of it in a pool.
So you lower the liter in the pool, you still have
to
piss.
one.
So the volume of an average pool is 375,000
Way more than I
liters.
thought. So that's like 35-ish.
That's a lot.
That's still a lot of piss.
Yeah.
No, it's a lot of water.
I get that, but you're saying 35 liters of
Yeah.
soda.
That's
I think
more than I
okay,
thought.
so that might disturb you, but a more interesting fact would be how
Close your
much
mouth.
semen is in a fucking hotel spa.
That yeah,
Don't
oh,
get into
God.
those.
There-
Don't touch
a little
or
fucking-
apartments.
The look on Shook's face
Yeah.
of disgust right now.
Hold on. You need to go to Faces.
Have you guys?
Oh yeah.
They have a spa.
No, you guys go to that Chinese restaurant, egg drop soup, right there. Boom.
Oh God, we can never look at it the same
This
now.
is-
Thanks.
You get in that hot tub. STD. I'm worried about piss. STD.
Well, you know what the
STD.
problem is he's mad because he's realized other people are actually fucking and he's not. That was the look of anger on his
It's
face.
a-
I was
It's the
trying
most
to think of how many times I've been in a hotel spa.
or apartment.
Yeah,
Apartments are rough, bro.
dude. If you go to a public pool with kids, people
Oh
poop in
yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
You know what's the worst
They
part
gotta
about
shut
the
it
spa,
down.
though, is when you're young, you go from spa to pool, boom, you just like,
You got the piss and the
and the
jizz. Piss
jizz.
and the
Oh,
jizz.
you're an STD
dealer's
waiting to
choice.
happen.
A hotel cocktail.
How many people, though, did you never do that? Go from the pool straight to the
I'd
hot
rather
tub?
swim. I'd
Millions
rather
of
swim in diluted, cool pea water than heated
Hot.
up, concentrated pea water. Because there's a lot less water in the spa.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more fucking in the spa than there's pissing in the pool. I
Who
bet.
does that? Who fucks in an apartment spot?
Oh my gosh! I used to
Dude.
live next to
Have you
above
ever
one,
lived
and
in
that's
an
all we would
apartment?
do is
Yeah.
we would
Come
watch.
on.
I'm not an idiot.
Then we would take wet paper towels and throw them at them as they're fucking and
Oh, I
just
like that.
lay them with wet
That's
paper
genius. That's genius.
Because
I
they're
like
not
your
sure if
thought.
it's wet paper towel or something else.
You just got done telling us that your bedroom was stinky for 3 days, and you never like.
Sorry, Becky. Sorry.
I'm just saying. I got standards.
But it was stinky for 3 days, but then I noticed I was by myself.
No, but that's just man.
Talking to the mic, brother.
That's just disgusting. I never thought anyone would actually do that, though.
Oh, it happens all the time.
All the time.
You've never peed in a
See,
pool?
No,
now,
I pissed
we
in
need
plenty
that.
of pools,
we
but-
need the same college to figure out. We need to figure out a
How
parts
much
per
jizz?
semen. Yeah, I mean, because I'm already discussing.
PPC parts per cum.
I'm talking hotel spa. Hotel spa.
Hotel spa in Vegas. Oh my god, that's probably
Jesus.
90%
Not
jizz.
Vegas. I'm talking like Reno.
Yeah. Same, dude.
Same thing.
Not as classy.
those day clubs.
Is Vegas? Is it really that nasty?
Oh, you can get
Vegas is nasty.
Oh no.
No, you got to go to like downtown. You got
Fremont
to test
Street?
the yeah,
Fremont?
where the tweaks are. Oh yeah.
Or even like think about like the Palm. They got that nice sky with the pool in there that overlooks. How many people do you think?
always people in there?
Yeah, you're staying there, but if you have that suite to yourself, are you not fucking in that pool? Well, I'm not because I don't want an STD. But most people are probably fucking in that pool.
Yeah.
Are you
And they
talking
don't
about
change
the
the
one?
water.
Are you talking about the one at the Palms that hangs over the side?
That's nice.
It's a private
Okay.
pool, and you're overlooking
That
the
would be
strip.
kinda nice,
The only ones I ever see are like, hey, let's go out in this pool.
Oh,
There's like
no.
1,000 people out here. That just seems nice.
No,
we'll just do
I'm
it right
talking
here,
like
hun.
up there, and then afterwards, you know, you go and do your thing.
I got you.
With
now. I
with
got you.
down
Okay.
south,
Yeah.
and then I got to get that
Yeah.
room afterwards. They didn't drain that
Yeah,
pool.
okay. Gotcha.
To be
Von
fair,
jizz,
though,
Von jizz,
So-
Von jizz.
I have a lot of faith in chlorine
Yeah, me
because I'll go in a hotel spa.
Yeah,
Nope.
me too.
Check this out. The spas are so hot that the semen doesn't live, but the semen is there. I can't
Yeah.
find like a parts per.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like egg drop soup. It coagulates.
Yeah.
But at least
Probably.
it's dead.
Oh, that makes it better.
Those really aren't boogers
Well,
sticking out of your nose.
Here,
There's a whole community that believes spas are birth control.
here we go.
fucking kidding me?
No,
What?
Here.
but it doesn't work that way.
Obviously, they probably got
Dave.
like 50 kids.
we're gonna bust a nut in a cup. We're gonna stick it in the microwave for 30 seconds and kill it all, and then you're gonna rub it on your face.
Gross.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Just because it's dead doesn't make it okay.
What's wrong with
Yeah.
this is Vaughn's microwave.
Well, hold
Brandon,
on.
you know what you have to do.
Actually, a topic that we didn't bring up, but it had been brought up this week since we're talking about jizz on the face. Baby foreskins turning into lotion. Baby foreskins.
We took it there.
They're an advertiser tonight, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby
You never heard of
foreskins,
this?
They turn into lotion, and it's
Are
especially
you
for crows.
fucking
Yeah.
kidding me?
So like, no, it's a big thing in Asian countries.
I would know.
You know, kids that were circumcised, they take the foreskin and then they grind it up and make lotion for faces out of it.
It's extremely smooth and silky.
Are you guys fucking with
No,
me?
it's a real thing. Look it up right now.
No,
really
I
expensive.
don't want that on my phone.
Don't
I want
Google that.
looking.
Yeah, baby foreskin.
Yeah,
It's
that go
really
well.
expensive, but they
I
got
hope
it.
So there's. Oh my god.
So you ever wondered after if you get circumcised, what they do with it? Now you know.
And knowing's
You're
half
an-
the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Good god.
So you're in a lotion.
You just got to put a little under your eyes, man. Get rid of those.
God, that's
Sacks.
just so sad. God, who does that? I don't even know what to say.
Hey, Shook, that's the closest your junk has ever been to a girl's face.
Oh! Boom! That was, you got anything to say back? Didn't think so.
just like chapstick.
Wait, so on this thing, they just take the foreskin, sell it, make a profit, and we're what?
Who buys this?
As
Yeah.
a father of two with two boys that are circumcised, I have no idea what they did with
You
that
wish you would have
after.
got the profit.
Now I'm kind of
So-
yes. Can I sue the hospital?
The one
like
thing
getting
that I
elephant
saw
horn.
is that like they could take one fetal or one baby foreskin and like they extract the cell and it like lasts forever. They can like replicate the cells from the foreskin.
Well,
Didn't we find out that foreskin was also in like other?
No, you were looking at some
Nutritional
crazy anti-abortion Christian
you were.
website.
Oh, that's right.
They put it in peanuts. They had fucking crazy
soda.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
what?
Your Diet Dr Pepper.
that was
has
an
baby
anti-abortion.
foreskin.
Wrong.
No, wasn't
Probably
it
why we're
aborted?
so fit and healthy.
Fetuses,
Oh, my
fetuses.
God.
That's what it was.
It was fetuses.
Aborted fetuses used in hair gel. That one was actually true. The other ones were not.
No, it's
That's
dude.
not true at all.
I was on the Christian Enquirer and it told me.
Well, Dave Ramsey was there. That's how I got there.
Oh boy!
Is that why he's bald?
Full
He
circle.
needs to put that baby foreskin lotion on his head.
Maybe he'll grow some money out of it. Did he hit you up for $20 for that too?
They were selling that thing somewhere.
Yeah, that they were.
Dave Ramsey, 3-card Monte, see if you get free admission.
Come to the merchant table. The merch.
Yup.
T-shirts, hats,
Foreskin lotion.
You know where the chicks are wearing those pussy hats? You're wearing a foreskin hat.
They're called pussy bows.
It's not a foam finger; it's a foreskin finger.
And, oh my god. God, that's disgusting.
Hey, what's a pussy hat?
No, what's a pussy hat?
It's those pink hats that the liberals are wearing.
Well, there's the
What?
pussy bows.
You guys didn't see
That's a
No.
T-shirt. The
no, it's
pussy
the
bows.
hats. Do you guys see the hats on the protests?
No.
It's like these pink hats. Yeah, they're like vagina hats.
Is this Fox News reporting this?
Look it up.
No, they're
Why me?
I'll look it up.
These are like the Air Force cadet hats, you know, and
Yeah?
they're just painted a pink.
Oh,
So what does
You
it
just
represent?
bad mouth
we
the
respect
Green
our
Beret.
military.
Represents-
I'm just saying, I'm talking about Gom's intelligence level.
it
He sees a pink
represents
hat and
femininity or
assumes.
something. Pussy hat. Let's look.
I can show you a picture of my mom saying
Here, right here.
I think you're gonna have a picture of like a little vagina with a little sombrero or cowboy hat on top of
Right
it.
here.
have Mars dance.
This is literally what it is.
Ay, caramba.
Turd Ferguson
That's
size.
it.
That doesn't look military.
That's
Nope.
just a beanie.
That's a beanie.
That's
it's a
what it
pink
is.
beanie.
It's a
Beanie
hat.
with
Well, hold on.
ears.
No, look at the pussy bows. That's a T-shirt they wear during the protest.
You guys watch too much Fox. I swear
No.
to God.
That's just a
It's a
normal
real thing.
hat.
That's what they all wore during like the inauguration and stuff.
That's a normal hat, though.
I don't watch the news. I guess I don't know. I never heard of this before.
You want one? We can probably get you one.
No,
That's
we
one.
know someone at work that went to the women's rally and wore
that
one,
person?
Do we?
or he tried to at least get one.
He tried to go to a women's rally?
Well,
no wonder
he
they
was
didn't give him
sort
a
of- He
hat.
was sort of forced.
Dude, where do you hook that up? I mean, that's
We'll
women
talk
all
about it
over.
off
All right.
We'll go off air on that one. But anyway, what? God, that foreskin. That's,
Whoa!
that foreskin thing got me fucked up. That's horrible. Good God.
What else are they gonna do with it? Make money?
Throw it away. I don't know.
And we're going to pollute our landfills with all that. No way.
Just throw it in the chlorinated water,
Someone's,
right?
someone's digging for gold, and they just hit like a foreskin garbage
Good
pit.
God.
2 words: Flavor Town.
Bam!
They're like little onion rings.
God, that's fucked up.
All right, what's the next
What's
thing?
the next one,
Oh,
man?
let's talk about the Goms, or not the Goms, Shook topics. Let's
Yeah,
get this,
let's bring it back to Shook.
let's make this. Let's straighten up this podcast.
Yeah, let's straighten it up.
Drop some knowledge.
We got like what? We're like what? 40 minutes in or so.
53 minutes.
All right, you
in.
got,
we got
give me
some
10
time.
minutes or so. Let's
this
see.
this will only take like a minute, so we're good.
Typical love life for the shook.
Well, that's with his left hand.
Oh, stranger,
That's good.
stranger danger.
So I thought an interesting topic would be the new AMD Ryzen. If you don't know about that, it's the new processor AMD came out with, and it's
All right, cool. I'm gonna go get another drink.
Talking to the mic. Talking to the
It's a
mic.
huge competitor with the Intel processor because they're giving the same power or more for half the price.
You got to be specific. Which Intel processor? Because there's 3 levels.
And series, right?
yeah,
Well, no. We'll just stay with
Because
the
it was
I series.
Skylark versus the
Yeah.
Skylake.
or Skylake. Sorry.
Yeah, it's close enough.
It's the.
Are you? How fast you gonna scroll? I thought you knew this.
Coming from the guy who's just blew $50 going to see Dave Ramsey is going to talk shit about
No,
me.
it's the 6900K, the i7 6900K, which is a $1,200 processor.
Dude, you gotta talk to the mic. I can't even hear you.
Yeah, cool story.
Well, it's not
bro.
that great of a topic.
Oh, come on!
No one wants to hear
Anyone- I'm sure there's a lot of tech people.
Put it on your
The
lips.
bear is jamming the mic down.
He
Shook's
basically
throat.
shoved the mic
Big
down my throat.
black mic down
I'm
Shook's
sorry
throat.
if that raped your canal. so the Ryzen
Not the first time
7
he said that.
is about $500.
Wrong hole.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? He goes, I'm sorry if I raped your canal. He's so inexperienced. I said, that's not the first time he said it.
Wow.
This is clearly not a tech podcast. This
Have
is-
you not seen the scary movie where he's got to put the patch on his ears because it goes all the way through?
Shook, please go ahead.
Go ahead. Your
Finish.
topic's riveting.
I don't think I could go.
How do you
any
think
farther.
Beethoven was deaf?
Cool story.
A night with Shook.
God, that's got to be riveting. What do you do, read? He he drinks chamomile tea and reads.
We share self-help books.
Okay,
You
sorry.
need them.
Okay, let's continue.
Total money makeover.
No, I think that this is going to be huge for the processor market, really, because Intel's going to have to fire back with some innovation.
You don't think they have something in the shed ready to go?
I'm sure they
Yeah.
have something ready to go. But
I mean,
now they're going to have to release it at a fraction of the cost.
no, they'll just release something new and charge you twice as much
No,
for
no,
it.
if
Well, plus, has this new Ryzen processor been in the hands of the people yet? Because everything
Yes,
I read
it's out
online,
now.
it was in the demo, and so everyone wasn't sure if it was being overclocked or not.
It's now officially released as of last week, I think.
Yeah, you
And
think?
at their like the opening day, they actually have the overclock world record. Like
AMD's always been famous for overclocking.
And
that's their
Intel used to
their
have it.
name.
Intel's
Intel's
bread and butter is their fabrication process. They have in-house fabrication where AMD outsources it all. So when your processor fails in 2 years because it's overheated, and an Intel processor can go 6,
Well,
you bought in 4 AMDs. Well, I stuck with my one Intel one.
Well,
That's
Intel
something we don't know
airs
yet.
enough to cool their processors. AMD, you got to stick in the mineral baths to keep them cool.
Nah,
Nah.
there's not too many
Vegetable
mineral
oil.
PCs.
Vegetable oil piece.
So when we ask you to come up with topics, I think of ass, butt funnels, funny things, and the best thing that came out of your brain, the best thing that came out of your brain was the AMD processor.
No, he's got one more topic, folks.
yeah. I mean, that was a little bit more than 1 minute. So
One more.
I think we
Didn't
need
he?
like a loud sound to wake up our listeners from that one.
Yeah.
All right, wait.
I'm sure
Thumbs
there
up
was
or thumbs
somebody
down?
else-
AMD processor.
no, I won't. I won't.
Wait, the topic or actually the
Is that
process?
ASMR or whatever?
Yeah, for the topic or the processor, because I think it could change, right? Like if you're entry level, you're someone that's trying to save 10% in retirement and don't have any money, you need the $499 to buy the AMD.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean,
It just
you're,
makes
you're
sense.
trying to build this PC debt free. You could go into debt with a $1,200 processor
So-
or debt free with $499.
I think this is a Ramsey approved processor.
The best is 5-finger discount, but
That's deaf.
Anyways,
But,
All right.
okay.
Next topic.
so
Unless you want to talk
processor.
more about that.
Yeah, I'm sure the audience loves to hear
No,
this.
it sounds like you guys are not.
well, we
really-
already hit it on the beginning that he was into 8 cores and
16 cores,
Yeah, by the way,
brother.
4 16 threads.
yeah, 16
Oh,
threads.
16
All right, so
threads.
the next topic I
you're
thought
so
was
sad.
interesting.
Is that good?
Is that a good
Are you talking about DeBras core, like his abdominal strength? What's going on there?
That's a good thing.
Plus, while you're spending $500 for 16 cores, dude, or 16 threads, dude, I got like 300 thread count on my sheets.
So the next one,
Ramsey approved.
something I thought that would get our brains thinking.
How
here
many
was
threads does the bra have in his sheets?
Oh, straight
was
silk,
the,
homie.
requiring passwords for technology. So
Hey, Shook, who's DeBra?
Yeah, who's the bro?
I don't
You
know
don't
what
remember
you're
that
talking
episode?
about.
Yeah.
Oh wait, was
Who's
that on the
DeBra?
podcast? Or was
That was
on
on the podcast.
That was on the
Yeah.
podcast.
When
wasn't it?
How many
Nats liked
times-
that photo.
How many times has he threaded you or overclocked you?
I don't know who DeBra is.
He
Who's that
overclocks his
guy?
left
I don't know
hand.
who that
Is it a person?
I don't know who that is.
Okay, fine.
come on.
Shook doesn't know who DeBra is, but we know of a person who knows of a person who liked a photo of a dude working out on Facebook, Instagram, or
yeah.
something like that. All flexed out in front of the mirror, half
heart-
naked,
a heart
and
next
Hart
to his
liked
name.
it.
Yeah.
Well, and remember, we saw the Shook's eyes go right to the V every time. It was a dip action.
Elevator eyes?
Yeah.
Except they
Got
didn't
stuck
come back
on the
up.
ground floor.
His V and his forehead matched the V between his legs. So he's like V to V.
He's like, nice thigh gap, bro.
V to V.
I don't know what these guys are talking about.
I do.
I really
It's a
don't.
landing strip, bro.
He's got gains. His eyes are stuck at the ground floor.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Sure you don't. Sure you don't.
Sure, you know, we'll go back about
Make
10
it
episodes.
shit
We'll
up.
remind you.
My mom will know because she's listened, by the way.
Oh, really?
Shout
I
out.
showed my mom, and she's on her Sprint phone in the woods downloading our podcast, listening.
That's
Is she
awesome.
is she bumping us or hyping us to
Well,
all her friends?
I think that's what she
Thank you,
said.
Miss
Shout
George.
out to Paradise.
Yeah.
Paradise City,
Give her some
Yeah.
stickers.
where the grass is green.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the
She
girls
needs some
are pretty.
stickers.
I don't know.
Sticker slaps in places.
Yeah, so I mean, she knows exactly, and she'll. When I see her next month, she's going to tell me that Shook is just.
A
He
loser.
needs to be taught a lesson. My mom will come over.
Oh God.
God, it just, I just can't get over the fact that you think of these dopey ass topics.
Yeah,
it's so stupid.
Let's go on to the next one. I mean, it's just it does.
It's a little better.
You might not like the next
Your
one
processor
either.
just crashed and burned.
You got overclocked.
That'd actually be a good thing.
Bring us back, Matt.
Bring
Let's,
us back.
What's
Bring it
topic
around.
number
Bring
two?
it around. Bring it
So
around.
the other topic I picked, I thought was interesting, was how Border Patrol now requires you to hand over your password to your electronic devices so they can search them. And if you do not hand over your password, you will be detained.
For
that
what?
was- For not giving your password to them.
That didn't violate a law.
Well, you are now.
Well, how do you know? Because you're coming into the country, you don't know the laws.
No, if I'm an American citizen coming back into America,
They still can.
They
search
can
your
still
stuff.
stop you.
I get that. But what are they going to detain me under? Under what law did I violate? Unless a judge orders me, it's not contempt.
They can detain you. They don't have
Yes.
to give you a reason for a specific amount
But
of
they
time.
can only detain me for a certain period of time.
Well, those
That's
are
probably the new law.
Those are
2 hours is enough for me to be pissed off. I'm
Oh,
there
absolutely
30
pissed.
minutes.
Dude, if
But
I
are
gotta
you
wait
unlocking
5
your
minutes of
device?
Jack in the Box, I'm pissed.
Are you going to unlock your device?
No.
Okay.
Wait.
See?
So you're saying it's a requirement? So
No,
it's
it's not a
for-
requirement. It's if you get identified and they pull you out of line and go into like a second review.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not doing it for every phone.
So, but if you don't give it to them, you'll be like interrogated and everything.
That's fine. Then what?
Yeah, that's my.
Well, here's the scary part is that you could be put on a fucking list somewhere that you don't even know about.
Yeah.
Because you said, "Listen here, you dumbass TSA fucking minimum wage motherfucker.
Potbelly
I'm not going to log into my phone and let you take a look at
on
it."
the list
Potbelly
now.
pedophiles.
Well, why
what
don't
they
you
are.
just give them your phone?
I like
It's
that.
not
Why are they
got
pot
anything on
bellies?
it.
Because they're always
You
fat
shouldn't
and they're always
have to.
creepy.
All right,
Okay,
so
open your door and
have
let
you seen
anybody
them?
search through your
Yeah.
house. You got nothing to hide.
I don't, so they can come in.
So
Just
here's
because you don't have something to hide doesn't mean you can't keep your privacy.
Exactly.
so
I
going
get
off
that.
of this, there's actually
But it
court.
sounds like there's a law.
No, there's no law. That's the thing. They're
It's
just doing
policy.
it.
No, they're trying
Policy.
to set precedents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so,
so give me
like
your
a pass-
password.
No way, dude.
I don't give my
Password
wife
is
my password.
password.
that's not true. She has my password. But I don't give Max my password.
Hold on, this is the same thing about the NFL thing. Remember that whole argument?
What?
Moving forward, that they had to give up their passwords of their phones, and the NFL could check personal.
That's fine. That's your
iPhones all the
job.
time.
That's your
Well,
employer doing it. Your
This is
employer
the
can do
place
whatever.
you live doing it.
you have the
United
choice not to
States.
play in the NFL.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm
I
a-
don't have the
Your
choice not to
is
come
live
home.
here.
I don't.
True,
Yeah, you do.
but
Where can I go?
remember,
Canada.
I can't.
South America.
I can't.
Europe. Australia.
They have immigration policies in
Taiwan,
place.
Korea.
We keep
other
going all day.
Places.
You can't just go there.
I almost ran at Chile.
You can't
That's
just-
not a place.
You can't
Hello.
just move to those countries and say, "Hey, I'm a citizen of Chile now." You have to
You
have
might.
a job. You have to have money. You have to have all this stuff
And
lined
you
up.
can't legally work in countries
Okay.
unless you're a resident.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So get a job.
I'm an
hobo.
American citizen. These rights have been blessed upon me by whatever God I believe in. And that is a clear violation of that
So
right.
what happens
American by
if
boat.
okay, let's play this out. Okay,
Yep.
play this out. I am at LAX.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. This is not TSA. This is Border Patrol.
Yeah, ICE.
Well, the best videos we saw were the guys that would be like, F you and keep driving.
They always get arrested. That doesn't work out.
Well, so that's the gotcha, though, because
Yeah.
you're going through a border checkpoint. This is at an airport.
It's
How do you-
still a border checkpoint, though.
But the difference is it's a border checkpoint, but the airport is like sovereign
it's Customs
territory.
and Border Protection,
Ex-
CBP.
So, like, when they stop us when we're cruising down the streets, they have no authority.
I know.
You can drive
Yeah,
off
yeah.
and cruise. But when you're stuck at the airport, what are you going to do?
Okay, so
Request an Uber.
Let's play this out. Let's play this out. We'll make sense of this. So,
Who's the girl?
not Matt. So that is just, okay. Anyway,
Here, let me get back to the girl action.
Oh, yeah.
ew.
Oh,
Your mustache looks like BJ from MASH. It's horrible.
Rubbing up on the mic.
All right, let's go back topic here.
Okay,
Topic.
yeah.
Okay,
We're
let's go
serious
back.
right now.
Okay, so we're flying from. Let's say we went out of town on business and we came
Out of the
back-
country.
You're,
Out of the country.
you're coming back from Japan.
Okay, coming back from Japan, flying into LAX.
Konnichiwa, sir.
So
Domo
I am now
arigato.
at the security checkpoint.
Yes.
Okay. The fat TSA agent says, "Hey, son, I need your phone." Okay. And I say no. Then what happens? What's supposed to happen? They pull
You
you
go
aside?
probing
Be
room.
detained.
Okay.
You go to secondary screening.
Okay, so I go to secondary screen. They walk me down to the area with the people with the rubber gloves and the fetishes.
They're like, I know you. You stick water up your ass.
They go through your bags.
We
They
need to
wipe
check
your
your
bags.
asshole, sir.
yeah.
They request your computers. They can request your phones. They ask you to turn your computer on. They can ask you to log into your computer for them.
Okay, so
They can ask you to log into your phone for them.
So what happens? Okay, so let's say they I got my phone out and they say log into your phone. Does the phone leave my hands and they get to go through it?
No, yes, and actually they take it into a separate room.
Oh hell no!
way.
Fuck
For
that.
days.
No
See,
way.
that's what
For
I'm
days.
saying. I'm
Fuck
telling you
that.
to fuck off, kick rocks, and let's go in the dark
But
room
you
and see
have
how
the
long you're
legal
willing to
right.
detain me for.
You have the legal right to say, I am not going to give you my PIN.
Okay, then what happens then?
They take your
They
phone
detain
anyway.
you. Yeah.
And what'll happen is they'll probably keep your phone.
For a week. And keep it up to a week.
So they keep
The-
my
well,
phone.
there's a lot of people that don't get them back ever.
And they're going to bang on it until they can get your code, your password
hold on.
cracked, or a master reset occurs.
You know what this
and
is gonna
all
bring
data's
back?
lost.
The old Tiger Woods phone. It's still huge in Asia.
What the fuck?
One-
is
It wasn't a
Tiger
phone;
Woods
it was an app.
No,
the Tiger
no,
Tracks.
it was a phone.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah.
the Tiger Tracks app was like
What the
Snapchat
fuck is
earlier.
that?
You put in one password, all your contacts
Yeah.
and all your pictures become normal. Then you have your real password that lets you into all your hookers, your strippers.
God.
See, I don't think it was a phone. Though. I think it was an app that ran on Android. And
No,
so,
no, no.
Woods
This
had
was an
that?
old flip phone that he had.
So that
Let me
Let's
look it
jump
up.
the gun
going
and get those
going
apps
back to
going.
this.
But
Going
you
back to
have,
this.
you're going to need something like that.
Yeah.
So they can compel you. They can't compel you to give up a PIN number.
Right.
You're protected by the Constitution, the
Yeah.
Fifth Amendment, to give up a PIN number.
Yeah.
If your phone is fingerprint protected, they can compel you to pull a fingerprint out or use your finger to unlock it.
They can.
They can right now. There's legislation that's going to probably go to the Supreme Court that says that unlocking a phone with your thumb is the same thing as unlocking with a PIN because it kind of is, and there's still court cases pending
So
on that.
moral of the story is when you go out of the country, turn off the thumb function.
Nobody
Yes.
can one up you.
Or
'Cause
turn it off completely.
Shook's not reporting, but just the other day, ICE stopped a plane from, I want to say San Francisco to New York, or New York to San Francisco.
Yeah.
And they made everyone hand over their driver's license as they disembarked that plane. That's a U.S. to U.S. flight, and they wanted to see everyone's ID.
No
Cop-
problem seeing my ID.
Fuck that. TSA checked my ID when I got on the plane. What do you need to see my ID
But
for?
if they're doing it to actually
Why do they
identify,
not need to see your
You're,
ID?
you're would be a perfect date because I'd be like, come on, babe, just the tip. Just let me stick the tip in.
What?
That's
Why
all
do
they're
they not
doing.
need to see
That's all
your
they're
ID?
fucking. Why? Why?
Because
He said
maybe there was
something.
a credible threat. I don't know.
What's your threat? Explain it. You, 'cause
They
we're-
don't need to tell you
They-
because you some dude.
Okay, fine. Then you don't get
You
to see
ain't
my ID.
ICE.
You don't get to see
ain't
my
ICE.
ID.
That's what they do.
Okay, we'll see how.
Hey,
I'm
maybe
taking
they-
a trip, and I can't wait for this to plan out. Because if it's on my way, you're right. Going on my vacation,
Maybe they
I'm
effed
going to play
up.
ball.
Maybe they effed up and let somebody through, and now they're trying to get
Yeah.
him down.
What's wrong with
Maybe
that?
he's got
Who's
a gun
that?
and he's ready to shoot somebody.
No,
I
he
want to get
seems
off
like the
that
guy.
plane.
That's not my
You're
problem.
going to be
That's
on a
their
video
problem.
one day. You're going to be on
yeah.
Live Leak.
Oh,
You're
probably.
going to be on Live Leak.
Because
you're going to be
Hey.
getting batoned.
someone has to stand up for civil rights. That's all I'm
You're
saying.
not. What was her name? Rosa Parks. All right,
So
chill out.
wait, hold on. I
there
need to go back.
will there will be a Rosa Parks of the technology
Yep.
age. I
Yeah,
guarantee
his
you
name's
that.
Edward Snowden.
I need to go
Exactly.
back to this phone thing. So say they take your phone and they keep it for or lose it up for more than a week. It's gone.
Or it's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. What happens then? You're without a phone and
Yep.
you can't get
They
Don't
give you
go buy a
they
new
don't
phone.
give
You
you-
have to go buy out of my own
Yep.
pocket.
Hey,
Yep.
don't be an asshole.
It's not about
I'm
being
not-
an
I'm
ass.
locking my
They're
phone.
being the ass. They're
So
Are they?
here's the thing
It's
that's
their job.
here's the thing that's
not.
real. And
It
it's,
sounds like it is. It just
No.
read it. You just
here's
said
the
it
thing
was
that's
their
real,
job.
Vaughn. Here, let me put it in
All right.
a little reality here.
Yeah.
Is that there's other countries that do this as well, like in Europe, especially Europe. But if you have, let's say, music that you put on your iPad or videos that you put on your iPad, and you have no proof of purchase for those videos,
Yeah.
you can be fined for those videos or jailed
Yeah,
for those
because you
videos.
got them illegally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's if they have access to your phone. I don't know if there's anyone at this table that doesn't have a video
No,
or
I
music that they
definitely
possibly put on their phones. So, to be fair, and put it in a legal term,
But
that's
ju-
almost
legally,
illegal
that's
search.
illegal.
That was almost
You
an
have
illegal
illegal-
search. Because what was the reason for the search?
Well, so one thing you got to remember about Europe and stuff like that, a lot of those countries do not have constitutional protection.
absolutely.
That's
That's
true.
the difference between them and us.
In England, you don't have a right against self-incrimination.
Absolutely. That's
you don't have
the
a right
difference
to free
between them and
speech.
us.
You don't have a right to defend yourself.
But that's that's our argument. Is this country is going that way?
Yeah. Well, there's
And so here, what about this way? I'm a major investor. I'm Dave Ramsey, and I have the great stock tip.
Get a Jew on your side.
In my hypothetical situation,
All right,
I got great stock tip.
Yeah, yeah.
Some TSA agent unlocks my phone and gives my great stock tip to somebody else and capitalizes. That's insider trading that should have never happened, and you cannot hold accounted for because I
Just
don't know
the
how I got that
tip.
info. It's just a guess. That's all wrong. It should never
How
happen.
did you get that info?
Because I work for the company. It's my company.
That's insider trading
There's
still.
there
I
are
saw Wall Street. I know this works.
There are a lot of companies
Pump and
today
dump.
that work overseas, especially technology security companies, that they go with destructible devices. They bring a laptop to work there, and they destroy that laptop before they come back into the
Those
States.
sound like smart human beings.
Well, that's the
That's
world
the
we're
extent
turning
we're
into.
coming to, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Get a
That's
burner
wrong.
phone every time we want to travel.
And a burner
when
laptop.
I went to Europe,
You
I
gotta
did not
get-
bring a laptop because I did not want to have to worry about that thing being confiscated at any time.
So is this happening now?
Today.
Yes.
Okay.
Again,
And to be fair, it's not Trump. This started also in Obama.
Yeah.
But it's ramping up because the immigration
Well, yeah.
stuff
Once
is
you
passing.
open that door a little bit, they're
exactly. And that's my...
I gotta
The
take a
government
quick,
never gives up power. They only get more and more.
Exactly.
quick break here. Matt, your topic has gone on for like...
That's true.
This is a
That's
solid
true.
topic.
Good
I
topic.
mean,
This topic
let
has
me-
gone on longer than your entire sex life so far.
Combined.
I mean,
Cumulative.
He was just worried about his nudes of DeBra getting out there. That's all it was.
you know what this is, though?
A lot of denials coming from that corner
I
of
just
the
want
table.
to know. I mean, everyone thought it would only be like a minute, but
So I mean, this comes back, and it's not even at this level. It's even at our level. You know, when you go through specific background checks for jobs, they are asking you for your social media
And see,
information.
that one I'm somewhat okay with because it's your private employer. You lose some rights. Your civil rights, your constitutional
'cause
rights
it's
do
your
not
choice to
apply
work there
to
or
your
not.
employer.
But
Exactly.
if your social media is private, can they ask for the passwords to actually review it?
yes, they can
Yes.
ask, and you can say no, and then you just don't get the job, right?
Yeah.
Then you go apply at another place and get a job.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah, 'cause
I
no one's
can't
forcing
apply
you
to
to
another
work there.
country and get citizenship there. Well, I can, but it's not
That's how the
guaranteed.
fast food industry
I'm
works.
waiting for the United States to actually start getting refugee status in other countries, and I think that's coming up.
Well, you saw Europe's already requiring our visas. They want us to give visas to tour their countries. You can't just go
Well,
over
that
the tour.
I read up on that. That was in the works like 8 months ago.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
We didn't do some kind of reciprocity agreement or
Yeah.
something. We let that lapse. Thanks, Barack. And now that, but guess who's
I
getting the
think
blame?
we-
Big
I
Daddy
don't
Trump's
think
getting the
we're
blame.
not trying to blame
Don't
presidential
worry,
candidates.
don't worry, Trump will sweet talk Europe into just letting us come over and kick it.
This is a
Exactly.
country thing.
We
not
saved
a
your ass in World
presidential.
War II. Let us over there.
Unless you're going to pay us for World War II, we're not going to travel to your country.
We're not gonna
It's
take
huge.
It's hey, all respect, Big DT.
That's one person's standpoint.
DT, is that deep throat?
Bitch.
Oh.
Hey, fuck yeah, he is. He does that all the time.
He deep throats?
Yes, he does.
No, I think I'm not going there.
go,
I don't end up on a watch list.
He has little hands, so you know he's not
Little
getting into
hands.
that.
I refuse. I don't have little hands.
He's not a
Obviously, that's not a problem.
Obviously.
Who says that in a debate? Who says that in a debate?
Believe me. Believe me.
Yeah, no.
He insinuated that because I have small hands, something else in small. Trust me, there's not a problem there. Who says that in a debate?
A dude that actually has to talk about it.
I fucking love it.
Have you been to Area 51? It takes 4 alien hands, obviously. Believe me.
That's a pretty good
Is
impersonation.
the best
Pretty good.
presidential impersonator.
You sound just like him.
Can you do Trump and Barack having a conversation together?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think
you can't
I'll do
switch between
Barack.
the two?
I'll do
No.
Barack.
No, he
No,
does
no.
Barack
With a little hint of Guy Fieri in there too. please.
I really can't do him at all.
Welcome to D&D. It's huge.
Bear will be Trump. Whatever over here, he'll be.
Welcome, Americans. We have found.
He does that. And then he
No, Bear's better.
Is he better?
Because
I gotta admit though, I didn't come up with that.
All I could do is
listened
the
to an interview
Simpsons
with,
guy.
Frank Caliendo.
all I can do is a Simpsons guy. That's the only one I can.
oh, comic book guy.
They're good Simpsons.
Well, actually, on the third,
That sounds like you.
Believe
The
me,
AMD
I have issue
processor.
number 1, and that didn't happen.
believe me, I wrote it.
What is Trump's impression of the new AMD processor?
Believe me, it's 16 cores. It's huge. $4.99. I can get down to $2.99 if it's made in America.
Will you just start doing personalized voicemails for the listeners?
Good God, that's awesome. He does a good one.
Yeah,
Tell you,
spot on.
you need to work. I want Barack and Trump having a conversation together. That would be perfect.
Those guys get paid millions. Like the voice people impersonators.
You
like,
got them
there's
both
no
down?
way.
Because
No way.
do
He's
Barack
got
right
Trump
now.
down.
No, I don't think so. When you talk real slow in the beginning and speed up at the end.
Yep, there
Boom.
you go. There you go. You're set. Man, you're Trump's.
What does Barack think about the AMD processors?
Well, when you go from 4 cores to 8, now you're double as fast.
But you're missing a key part. He'd be like, well, it wasn't made on a socialist collective, so it cannot be sold in America.
Wrong. Believe me, it's huge.
It's not eco-friendly, and it's not for us.
To be fair, if the processor was made in America, it probably wouldn't work.
This is true. This is true.
I've allowed visas. Believe me, they can come from India.
They need Trump's tiny hands to actually. Put
Oh,
That's what they
true.
need.
I've touched many silicon in my life.
Yes.
Believe me.
Even if they didn't want it.
Okay. All right.
I think we'll end on that note.
Yeah, I think on
wait.
that note, we're going to call
Hold
this
on.
one.
Is that black helicopters and a black Cadillac just pulled up? Oh, fuck us.
Well, good thing I'm in the house.
Hopefully we'll be here next time.
Shook, they're coming for you.
All right. I think we're going to wrap up on that one. That was a good one.
That was a solid
Hey,
episode.
Yeah, Trump, can you talk us out on this one?
Sure, I'm David. I bear the terror.
I'm Matt, a.k.a. Shook Knight.
Who cares?
My name is Brandon at the Cougar Bait.
Justin at Wireless Freak.
I'm Vaughn.
You want to...
I'm the guardian masculinity at the real cop.
And I'm Ken. Have a good one.